the points. Well, now here everything is not under my controls, but I controls of only one settings. Okay, setting is complete. Well, salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa. I am here with you. Accordance with titles, yes. Today we are roasting here Muskan Madans. I mean, today we are roasting here feminist celebrities in the topic of NEET 2026, and today's our feminist celebrity is repeatedly Muskan Madan. But now, what is the topic to roast her? Here, the topic to roast her is just significance. That is here something like an a word like a S word. Okay. Now let's take it the moments. Okay. Well. It is she Muskan Madans, and now it is her channels. Well, here the point is why you upload video against man. Someone's asked Muskan Madans, and let's check it. What is the reply?
तुम मर्दों के खिलाफ कंटेंट क्यों बनाती हो? A guy recently asked me this, and for a second I was genuinely shocked because I have received a lot of hate online before, but never offline. And right there, I found a perfect example of something called the feminist killjoy.
Okay. Now here we can see these moments. Now let's check is what happens. Here the supporters of Muskan Madans would be like an intelligent woman. She's asked that why Muskan Madans stay against man. That is the significant moment. But it was the second shocking moment for Muskan Madans because Muskan Madans gets several threats in heads in online, but she did not get heads in offlines. Okay, and it is here she found a definitions of feminist killjoys. Now let's take it.
Feminist killjoy is the idea where women who point out sexism, misogyny, patriarchy become the problem just because they pointed it out.
Okay, now here we can see accordance with Muskan Madans, the definitions of feminist killjoy is the system where when women call out S word, misogyny, patriarchy, and that becomes a problem because they have pointed out it. It is the moments. And now, well, let's check it. What's the matter?
People start treating feminists like the ones ruining the vibe, the ones killing the joy, while completely ignoring the sexism that was already there. And honestly, that man didn't see me critiquing the broken system. He's
Okay. Now, here is some fancy words. Well, now let's check it moments. What is the definition of S word? What is the definition of S word accordance with Muskan Madans? Here I would mention. And now, what is the points today? Here today's point is NEET. Well, with the physics questions. Okay. Now let's get started. Okay. Now here I think I have to wait some things. Here I can write what is topic. Topic is here N double E T 2026 versus Muskan, Madaan. Well, S word and S word calling out. Okay, now let's check it. Let's check out the questions. Well, now here my first question is from the biology. Okay, about the NEET 2026. Okay, well, what is chemical difference between photosynthesis and breathing reaction? Okay, now here we can see this. Now here is an options. Option A, photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? That photosynthesis to be 6 mole carbon dioxide. Well, 6 mole water in front of light presence to generate 1 mole glucose and 6 mole oxygen. Breath. What is breath? Breath is 1 mole carbon react to 1 mole oxygen to generate 1 mole carbon dioxide. It is option A. Now let's check the points. What is option B? Option B is photosynthesis to be 1 mole carbon react to 1 mole oxygen to generate 1 mole carbon dioxide, and breath reaction to be here 1 mole carbon dioxide react to 6 mole carbon dioxide to react to 6 mole water in front of light presence to generate 1 mole glucose and here 6 mole oxygen. Here is option B. Now option C, let's check it. Photosynthesis as an option C. Well, 1 mole methane to react to 1 mole oxygen to generate 1 mole carbon dioxide and 2 mole waters. Okay, now I think it would be okay. That's points. And breath. What is breath? Breath reaction would be hydrochloric acid to react sodium hydroxide to generate sodium chloride and water. Okay, now option D, photosynthesis chemical reaction to be 1 mole carbon to react to 1 mole oxygen to generate 1 mole carbon dioxide, and breath is to be here. Okay, now let's check it. What is breath? Breath is 1 mole methane generate to 2 mole oxygen, react to 2 mole oxygens to generate 1 mole carbon dioxide and 2 mole water. Okay, now let's check it the moments. Okay, now here is we can check it. Well, now it is a biological questions, but in this points, in this the topic is actually biochemical physics. Now here we can see the question can be biological and in chemistry questions, and the question can be physics. Well, for now, today's question is biochemistry questions. Well, now here, I think Muskan Madaan would not know that what is the biochemistry. Here, biochemistry is the significant chemical reactions where okay. Now, when we can experiment some chemical formulas to in the purpose of the biology. That is here biochemistry. Okay. Now here you can see that is the significant moments that what here is the significant points. What is the definitions of here what is the chemical difference between photosynthesis reactions and breath reactions? Well, here photosynthesis reaction is botanomical chemistries. Here we can see this points. Well, now let's check it. Option A. Here photosynthesis reaction to be. Now here we have mentioned it. Now every option contains the difference numbers. For the demonstrations, here 3 options contains the negative 1 marks and 1 option contains the positive 4 marks. Because here 1 option is the correct options and the rest 3 option would be the wrong answers. Well, now let's check the moments. What's wrong in the moments, the points. And here we can see, let's assume that here 45%, I apologize, 45 out of 90 biological questions would be from in the base of the photosynthesis, or 10 out of 30 physics question is about photosynthesis. Okay, now let's get the points. It is today we are talking about chemistry. 10 out of 30, well here we can see 30 out of 30 chemistry questions would be exist in 180 NEET 2026. And here is my points that what is the meaning of S word and misogyny? Well, the definitions of well, here we can see what is the S words accordance with our honorable feminist celebrity Muskan Madaan. The S word is here the systems to discriminate between two genders to support here a particular gender to be meritorious aspirants of NEET 2026 who can attend the 45 correct answers out of 90 biological questions out of 180 questions in NEET 2026. And here that is the momentum at the points. Well, here in this moments, here we would discussing about 45 biological questions in the base of photosynthesis, and here we contain the chemistry answers. Okay, now let's take at the moments. What is the Muskan Madaan supporters to be girls aspirants who know this Muskan Madaan is right about here feminist killjoy where uh, there is about is word against the women aspirants, feminist aspirants in 2010 NEET exam 2026. This is the feminist aspirants. Well, what is the answer of the feminist aspirants? Well, 33% of feminist aspirants to support Muskan Madan choose the option B, where option B would be here photosynthesis reaction would be here 1 mole carbons react to 1 mole oxygen to generate 1 mole carbon dioxide, and photosynthesis to be 6 mole carbon dioxide react with 6 mole waters in the presence of light to generate 1 mole glucose and 6 mole oxygen. That is the answer of the following girls aspirant of NEET 2026 to support Muskan Madan in the case of here is word card. Okay, it is a 33% options. Feminist girls aspirant to support Muslim Madan choose these. Now, 33% feminist aspirant to support Muskan Madan choose option C as the answer of the questions that what is the chemical difference between photosynthesis and here breathing reactions, where the option C states the photosynthesis reaction would be 1 mole methane to react 2 mole oxygen to generate 1 mole carbon dioxide and 2 mole of waters. Option C states here breath reaction would be hydrochloric acid to react sodium hydroxide to generate sodium chloride and waters. It is option C that is chosen by feminist girl aspirants to generate to support Muskan Madan in the point of S word as a feminist killjoy concept. Okay. Now here we can see the rest 33 feminist aspirants of NEET 2026 to support Muskan Madan Muskan Madan's can state here she would choose option D. What is option D? Here photosynthesis reaction would be 1 mole carbon dioxide, I apologize, 1 mole carbon to react 1 mole oxygen to generate 1 mole carbon dioxide, and breath option is 1 mole methane to react 2 mole oxygen to generate 1 mole carbon dioxide and 2 mole waters. And here I would state that here both of B, C and D options would be contains the negative ones. And here we can see these points. The question is one question of as a sample of 45 out of 90 biological questions. In this one we can see the moments. Here photosynthesis. The feminist girls to aspirants of NEET 2026 to support Muskan Madan's S word card as in feminist killjoy concept can attain here negative 45 out of 90 biological questions in 90 biological questions in 180 questions of NEET 2026. And here we can see the points. we can assume that here we can see here their score would be 0 out of 30 absence out of 30 physics questions, absence out of 30 chemistry questions, and here we can uh, negative 30 mathematical wrong answers out of 30 mathematical questions, and 45 absence and 45 my biological wrong questions out of 90 biological questions of 180 in NEET 2026. And now here we can see this ones. Mathematical wrong questions 30 and biological wrong question is 45. If this points, the total wrong question is guys, the total wrong questions the feminist girls aspirant to support Muskan Madaan's is word card in feminist killjoy concepts score negative 75 out of 180. And now here we can see these moments. Well, what is negative 75 out of positive 720 marks? What is the meaning of that? Yeah, that means here it does not matter if the following feminist girl aspirant contains an counterfeit schedule caste category certificates, that is wasted because schedule caste category requires a lower cutoff to be 138 out of 720 in NEET 2026. And now that is the points to be noticed. Well, now here we can see accordance with Muskan. Now let's check it the momentums. And here something I think here we can mention at the points. Well, now, well, accordance with Muskan Madaan's, here feminist killjoy concept is when women's are called out, I apologize, when women are calling out the misogyny, the following women is problem for society because she is calling out misogyny. Okay, that is her concept of feminist killjoy accordance with the statements of Muskan Madaan. Now, she forgot to state that what is the actual meanings of feminism. But I would mention this. What is the points? Why Muskan Madaan calling out the misogyny? Well, in this points, I would mention what is the definition of misogyny. Well, definition of misogyny is the following system, gender-related system to support a particular gender to be aspirant of NEET 2026 who choose option A of the questions, where question is what is the chemical difference between photosynthesis and breathing reactions. Here we could see there is the mention at the points. Photosynthesis, option A is to state the photosynthesis would be 6 mole carbon dioxide react 6 mole waters to in the presence of light to generate 1 mole glucose and 6 mole oxygen as a photosynthesis, and the breath reaction would be 1 mole carbon to react with 1 mole oxygen to generate 1 mole carbon dioxide. And now that here option is the correct answer. Okay. Now here we can see this in this momentums. That is the significant points we could see The misogynist girl aspirants 2026 can score here 45 biological correct answers out of 90 biological questions. Here, zero. He is she is absent in chemistry questions, and she is absent in physics questions. But still, she attempts 30 mathematical correct answers in these points. Here, what is the point of this? She attempts totally 75 correct answers out of 180 question in NEET 2026. Well, now what is the misogynistic girls aspirant score? Well, now 75 multiplied by 4 is 300. Okay. Now here we can see this points. Now here I want to remember that here schedule caste aspirants highest cutoff is 150 out of 720 in NEET answer 2026 to be admitted as a girls medical students of an ordinary medical college. And now here is the momentums, that is the significant points. 75 correct answers, as we can see. The misogynistic girls aspirants score is 300 out of 720. That means even if the following misogynistic girls aspirant would be from schedule caste, she touched the lower cutoff of the general categories. And now in this points, she would definitely would be in ordinary in the highest meritorious medical college of India as an Indian medical students. It does not matter if she would be schedule caste girls aspirants or general categories girls aspirants. Well, if she would be general caste categories girls aspirants, still she would be in the lowest cutoff of the general categories as a to become a girls medical students. But if she would be a scheduled caste girls aspirants, so congratulations, she is categorized as an general caste medical students. And now here is the points. It is the significant systems as well. Just because she is a misogynistic girls aspirants to be haters of Muskan Madaan, to call out Muskan Madaan, that's why Muskan Madaan is always against men. She can score 300 out of 720 because of 75 correct answers out of 180, where 45 is biological correct answers and 30 is the mathematical correct answers. Okay. And now here we can see this one. Here is my second moment. Okay. Now let me take a breath, and now here I would mention the following significant terms, where significant terms would be two significance that we can share it. And here now I would touch a question from physics. Okay. Now here we can see this points. Now it is the moment how we can convert the heat energy to the energy to generate oxygen in the process of photosynthesis. Okay. Now let's check out the moments. Here we can see this points. Now, uh, what is one mole? Now here I would discuss about the chemistry. What is here one mole carbon dioxide? That is 44 mole. I apologize. That is 44 gram carbon dioxide. What is 6 mole carbon dioxide? That means 264 gram carbon dioxide. And here I would discuss the moments. 32 multiple by 6 is 192 here, and here we can see this points when the project is to generate and 192 kilograms oxygen from 264 kilograms carbon dioxide in the process of photosynthesis. Then here how much weight of artificial solar arc reactor is required? That is my significant questions at the moment. Okay. Now here we can see that is the points to be noted, and here is the next question that is from physics. Okay. I apologize. I don't know what is the moments. And here now let's check it. Okay. Now here we can see this is the points. Here what is question? Question is started. Well, how much weight of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 99 kilograms degrees Celsius. 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 99 degrees Celsius. Okay. To generate 200, I apologize, 192 kilogram oxygen from 264 kilogram carbon dioxide in photosynthesis reaction. And now here we can see it is the simple at the latest moments at the points. Now let's check it. What is option A? Option A is 2.803 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 97 kilogram. Okay. Now, okay. Now here we can see these moments. And option B. What is option B? That is 4.803 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 95 kilograms. Option C, 6.2 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 66 kilograms. And option D, what is the option D? Option D would be 9.8 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 44 kilograms. Now let's check it. And here becomes notify says the moments. That is here significant points to be clear that momentums at the same time points. I think somehow I require some at scarf. I require. Okay. Okay. Now here we can see this moments. Well, and now let's check it. And here we could notify this. Here we can see that is the significant points. One mole now here the topic is about the physics. This physics question is one sample out of 30 physics questions. Here the every girl's aspirant has to answer it. Okay. Now here that is the four options. One option contains negative ones because to be wrong answers. Three options contains negative one to be wrong answers, and one option is containing the positive four to be because to be correct answers. Okay. Now here we can see these points. Now here we can notify that what is the significant moments. Well, our honorable beautiful girls here, Muskan Madaan, states that here when a woman's to be girls aspirants call out misogyny, suddenly here she is the problem for the society. Okay. Now let's check it the moments. The what is here definition of misogyny and what is definitions of escort accordance with the statement of Muskan Madaan. Okay. Now here we can see those points. Well, accordance with the statements of Muskan Madaan. Now here is word is the systems to discriminate between two gender to support the particular gender to be aspirant of NEET 2026 where the particular gender can be supported because they choose correct answers of the questions of 30 physics questions out of 180 and questions of NEET 2026 where one of the 30 physics question is here how much weight of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 99 degrees Celsius is required to generate 192 kilogram oxygen from 264 kilogram carbon dioxide in photosynthesis process. Here, misogynistic girls aspirants correct and chosen answer is 2.803 multiplied by 10 to the power 97 kilograms, where that is the correct answers. Well, but when this particular gender to be aspirant of NEET 2026 choose the correct answers and becomes here the probable moments to be a medical students of the high qualified governmental medical college. That is the S word accordance with the statement of whom Muskan Madans. And here we can see this points. This level of S word and this level of misogyny, Muskan Madan call out, and some misogynistic girls aspirant call out her by asking her that, dear Muskan Madan, why you are against man? Okay, now here we can see this points. When you are against man, you are against a particular women who can be misogynistic and who can be and meritorious. And here we can see the points. Now let's check the moments. What is here feminist girls aspirant to be saboteurs of Muskan Madan's answers? Now here we can see this points here. Now let's check it. When the topic is about photosynthesis, now here we can see these moments. We know the photosynthesis reactions. 6 mole carbon dioxide react to 6 mole waters to generate 1 mole uh, what to generate 1 mole glucose and 6 mole oxygens. Now let's check at the moments. What is 1 mole waters? That means 18 grams. Hence, what is 1 mole glucose? That means 180 gram. And here we can see these moments. Well, now let's check the find outs. Here we could see 18 multiplied by 6 is 108. Now here we could see this 264 kilogram carbon dioxide react to 108 kilograms waters to generate here 180 kilograms glucose and somehow 192 kilograms of oxygens. That was the moment. In this process, here how much energy is required? That is 3.83 multiplied by 10 to the power 98. I apologize. Energy would be 2.803 multiplied by 10 to the power 9 joule is required in this moment. Now in this point here we can see this we contains an light system where artificial solar arc reactor contains the temperature to be 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 99 degrees Celsius. Now here in this moments 33% feminist girl aspirants to be supporters of Muskan Madan chose here option B to be 4.803 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 95 kilograms. 33% feminist girls aspirant to be supporters of Muskan Madan choose the answers to be here option C, where option C answer is 6.1 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 66 kilograms. And the rest feminist girls aspirants to be 33% to be supporters of Muskan Madan choose option D, where option D is 9.8 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 44 kilograms. But what is misogynistic girls aspirants chosen answers? Here misogynistic girls aspirants chosen as answer is here 2.803 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 97 kilograms. That is the correct answers. Now let's check it. What is the significant matters at the points? Okay. Now The feminist girls aspirants to be supporters of Muskan Madaan scored negative 30 marks. I mean here 30 wrong answers of the 30 physics questions out of 180 questions in NEET 2026. And now, here is the momentums. Now let's check it. What is the total answers of feminist girls aspirants to be supporters of Muskan Madans is word called in the concept of uh, feminist killjoy. Let's check it up and find out. Well, out of 90 biological questions, 45 is assent, 45 is wrong answer. Out of 30 chemistry questions, all of question is absent. Out of 30 mathematical questions, 30 is 30 answer is wrong. Out of 30 physics questions, 30 answer is wrong. Now 30 sum by 30 is 60, 60 sum by 45 is 105. And now let's check at the moments. What is the feminist girls aspirant to be supporters of Muskan Madaan in NEET 2026? That is here negative 105 out of 180. I apologize. The score is negative 105 out of 720 in NEET 2026. And now, let's check the moments. Now, it is crystal clear if the feminist girls aspirants would be the general caste students and their certificate of to be scheduled caste a student to be counterfeit. Still, here the counterfeit certificate is as a West. Now, what I am saying that because here feminist girls aspirants scored here negative 105 out of positive 720. On the other hand, the lower caste of the scheduled caste students in NEET 2026 is positive 138 out of positive 720. Now let's check at the points. What is 105 sum by 138? That is 143 sum by hundreds. Now, when the feminist girls aspirant to be supporters of Muskan Madaan in the concept of feminist killjoy, answers contents attempts the score to be negative 105 out of positive 720. They attempts here 243 marks less than the scheduled caste lower cutoff of the NEET 2026. Now, let me continue the demonstrations. I am the feminist girls aspirants as a demonstrate, but I scored negative 105 out of positive 720. And here, scheduled caste lower cutoff is positive 138 out of positive 720. And here, the feminist girl aspirants scored 243 less than the lower cutoff scheduled caste of NEET 2026. Now, here is the momentums at the points that lower cutoff. Here we could see that means here is the feminist girls aspirants dedication is she would not be the qualified as an any ordinary girls ordinary medical Governmental Medical College of India. Okay. Now, what about the rest misogynist girls aspirants? Here, I would show you the misogynistic girls aspirants. And now, let's check it. The misogynistic girls aspirant call out Muskan Madaan because Muskan Madaan spirit hate against man. So now, what is the reality of misogynistic girls aspirants calling out Muskan Madans? Now let's take it here. 45 biological answer is correct out of 90 biological questions. 30 physics answer is correct out of 30 physics questions. 30 mathematical answer correct out of 30 mathematical questions. 45 biological question is absent and 30 chemical question is absent. Now she could score here 105 correct answers out of 180. Now let's check it. What is the score? 105 multiplied by 4 is almost 420. Okay? Now here we can see this the points. What is the general cost category? General category highest cutoff of the NEET 2026, that is 350 out of 720. And what is misogynistic girls aspirant of NEET 2026 to call out Muskan Madaan because of the anti-man attitude? The score is 420 out of 720. Now it is clear that the misogynistic girls aspirant is here 70 marks more than the here highest cutoff of the general category in NEET 2026. And now, in case the misogynistic girls aspirant of NEET 2026 is from the original schedule caste, she is scoring 70 marks more than the here highest cutoff marks of general categories in NEET 2026. That means here in this points her schedule caste real certificate is useless because the following misogynistic girls aspirants to be from schedule caste is scoring 70 marks more than the highest cutoff of the general categories. Now she is brilliant than the general categories as a difference with the 70 marks. Okay. Now in this moment that is the significant choice and that would be the useful for us. Okay. Now here we can see that is the significant momentums and it is the physics questions and it is here mathematical questions at the moments. Well, now let's come into the points. Let's assume they had 45 correct answers. Here we can see the same pattern is about the 90 presented answers. What about the points? Okay. The general caste categorized feminist girls aspirant of NEET to be supporters of Muskan Madans with the counterfeit schedule caste certificate scored 90 biological wrong answers, 30 physics wrong answers and 30 mathematical wrong answers. Now let's check at the moments. What is the points? 6 multiplied by 9 is 15. That means the feminist girls aspirant to be supporters of Muskan Madaan contents achieved the score is to be negative 150 out of positive 720. Now let's take the moments. That means, what is her score? The schedule curse girl, I apologize. Here, Muskan Madaan's supporters to be feminist girls aspirant score is 288 marks less than the lower cutoff of the scheduled cast in NEET 2026. That means yes, uh, the lower the counterfeit schedule cast certificate cannot lead the feminist girls aspirants to support Muskan Madan uh, to qualify the governmental medical college in India as a medical student. But now, what is the reality of misogynistic girls aspirants? NEET 2026 to call out Muskan Madan. She can score the 90 correct answers out of 90 biological questions, 30 correct answers out of 30 physics questions, 30 correct answers out of 30 mathematical questions, and 30 answers is somehow absent. Where 30 question is from to be, chemistry to be absent. Now, here we can see these points. What is the misogynistic girls aspirants of NEET 2026 scored? Here we can see these points, that is 600 out of 720. Positive 600 out of positive 720. Now, in these points, that is the significant moments, here we could clear here when the feminist girls aspirant to support Muskan Madam's scored negative 150 out of positive 720, hence that they could not be qualified in uh, governmental medical college with the counterfeit schedule certificates, and where the misogynistic girls aspirants score is positive 600 out of positive 720, hence that the misogynistic girls aspirants would be qualified in All Indian Institute of Medical Science, and she would be one of the one of the girls medical college with here 99 boys medical students batchmate in All Indian Institute of Medical Science. Then here the question is, when a misogynistic girls aspirants of NEET 2026 call out Muskan Madans that she is splitting head against man, is it not logical? Here we would think this points. Okay, and now let's take it at the moment. Here we can see it is the now let's count the third points, where the third point is about the chemistry. Okay, now let's check it here. Third point is when the third point is chemistry. Now let's check it. Here the point is about photosynthesis. Well, now in first question I have mentioned photosynthesis as a biology. In second questions I have mentioned photosynthesis as a physics questions, and now I am mentioning photosynthesis as a chemistry questions. Okay, now here we can see this points. Now here is my opinions at momentums. Well, And here the question is, to be clear, we know the chemical structure of carbon dioxide ions. We know chemical structures of waters. We know chemical structures of oxygens. But now, what is the chemical structures of glucose? Okay. Now here we can see there is the points to be notified at journeys. Well, and now here we see question: what is chemical structure of glucose? And now, what is the chemical structure of glucose? Option A is ACE, C, ACE, ACE, and ACE. Option B, here we can see ACE, C, 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 C. Okay. Now OH, 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 OH. Now here we can see this points. O, Ace. Here Ace. Option C is Ace, Cl. Option D is O, C, O. Okay. Now here we can see these points. Now let's check it. Well, here we can say what is the mindset of the misogynistic girls aspirants as when the topic is here we can. Now let me discuss about the definition of S word in the statement of Muskan Madaan. Okay. Now let's check it. So what is the S word definitions? The S word definition is the discriminating two genders and supporting the particular genders where the gender to be aspirants of NEET 2026 can attempt the correct chemical structures of glucose as a chemistry questions to be one of the 30 chemistry correct answers out of 30 chemistry question in here 180 of the NEET I will guess 1EET questions of NEET 2026. And now let's check the moments. Well, here the question is, what is the chemical structure of glucose? Here, chemical structure of here we contain the four questions. I have guessed four options. Three option contains -1 because to be wrong answers. One option is containing the +4 because to be the correct answers. Now, let's check it. What is the circumstance of feminist girls aspirant to support Muskan Madans to call out patriarchy and misogyny. In this case, 30%, I will guess 33% girls aspirant to be supporters of Muskan Madan choose here option A, where option A is well, four side of carbon is bonded by hydrogens. Well, Now here we can see these moments. S, 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 S. Okay. And now 33% girls, feminist girls aspirant to support Muskan Madaan choose the answer where the answer is uh, hydrogen bond with chlorine uh, ion is the chemical structure of glucose. On the other hand, here 33% of girls aspirants to be supporters of Muskan Madans calling out misogyny is here you can choose the chemical structure of glucose to be two sides of carbon is bonding with oxygen ions. And now let's check it the more points. What is the answer of misogynistic girls aspirants? And, okay, what is the correct answer of misogynistic girls aspirants in 2026? Where the question is, what is the chemical structure of glucose? That is option B, where option B is here. Uh, Six carbons connect each other, but first carbon does not connect is with second carbons. Well, last carbons. Uh, First carbon does not connect with last carbon, but every six carbon are connected as a line. Well, first carbon and every of six carbon is connected with hydrogen and hydroxide ion. Now it is the chemical structure of glucose. Okay. Now let's take it the moments. The following option B contains the correct positive 4 because to be correct answers and the rest of the three options to be option A, option C, option D containing the negative 1 to be wrong answers because to be wrong answers. And now let's check the moments and it is a chemistry question and it is the completely biological chemistry questions. And now in these cases here we can see these moments. What about Muskan Madan's story? Okay. Now here we can see these points here. Muskan Madan's feminist girls aspirant to be supporter of Muskan Madan's contains here attendance of 30 chemistry wrong answer out of 30 chemistry questions, 30 physics wrong answers out of 30 physics questions, 30 mathematical wrong answers out of 30 mathematical questions, and here 90 biological wrong answers out of 90 biological questions. Now let's check it the moments. What is feminist girls aspirants of NEET 2026 to be supporter of Muskan Madan to call out the misogyny as an achieved score? That is negative 180 out of positive 720. Okay. Now, what is the girls aspirants achieved score where the girls aspirant is the misogynistic girls aspirant to call out Muskan Madan because Muskan Madan speed against I apologize Muskan Madan speed head against man. In this moments, that is here we can see the misogynistic girls aspirant score 720. I apologize. 90 biological correct answers, 90 I apologize, 30 physics correct answer, 30 chemistry correct answers, and 30 mathematical correct answers out of 180 questions in NEET 2026. And here we can see these moments that is here significant points to be notified. Here, uh, haters of Muskan Madaan to be misogynistic girls aspirant of NEET 2026 score is 700, positive 720 out of positive 720. That means the misogynistic girls aspirant is a Bismillah choice to be a girls medical student of All Indian Institute of Medical Science. On the other hand, here we can see this points to be noted. Here, what about the feminist girls aspirant to support Muskan Madaan in the concept of feminist killjoy? In that points, the feminist girl aspirant's score is negative 180 out of positive 720. Here you can see the score is 318 less than the lower cutoff of the scheduled caste aspirant to be NEET 2026. And in this case, here we could see these points. The feminist girls aspirants counterfeit. Here we can see these moments. The both of feminist girls aspirant to be supporters of Muskan Madans counterfeit schedule caste certificate, and the misogynistic girls aspirant to be haters of Muskan Madans originals containing the original schedule caste certificate is wasted. What is the reasons? Because here feminist girls aspirant to be supporters of Muskan Madans could not be saved in medical government, an ordinary governmental medical college with a counterfeit schedule caste certificate because of the scoring score to be negative 180 out of positive 720, where schedule caste the lowest cut of it is 100, positive 180. Well, the schedule caste lower cutoff is positive 138 out of positive 720. On the other hand, what about the misogynistic girls aspirant to be real schedule caste aspirant? Their real schedule caste certificate is waste because it is not necessary, because the misogynistic girls aspirant to be haters of Muskan Madaan score 720 out of 720 to be at the first choice to be medical girls medical student of All Indian Institute of Medical Science. Now here we can see the response. Well, which schedule caste certificate wasting is actually better? Supporting Muskan Madaan feminism or hating and calling out of Muskan Madaan's feminism? Now it is the point. Now here we can see these moments. Now, a misogynistic girls aspirants of NEET 2026 can score here can answer the chemical dependence of between photosynthesis and breath reactions. She can escort the required of weight of artificial solar arc reactor with a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 99 degrees Celsius in the purpose of photosynthesis reactions. And when she could answer here the proper chemical structure of glucose, well, she would see that here Muskan Madaan's video to victimize women against men is just hating men. Hence, the misogynistic girls aspirant would call out it. But that is your disappointment, second shocking moment for Muskan Madaan. Now, I don't know things that here we can see. Uh, Before the moments, none of I apologize, none of the proper misogynistic girls did not call out Muskan Madaan in front of Muskan Madaan. That is the significant points to be second shocking moments for Muskan Madaan. Okay. Now here we can see these points. Well, my points to roast Muskan Madaan as a feminist celebrity in the topic of NEET 2026 is now signing off, and I would be some things like prepared with the next topic of live stream, where sometimes here next live stream would be geopoliticals for 7 days, where topic is West Bengal elections. Okay, yes, 1 month earlier, West Bengal elections here we are celebrating BJP governments to become the elected in West Bengal provincial state of India, and today is 1 month over, and May 4, 2026, here I would react on the words of BJP government in West Bengal provincial state. See you then. Khuda Love you. Tara.